Now I want you to watch me find a just right book on Get Epic. So now that you know how to sign in to Get Epic, you will go to Get Epic and sign in. And what I want you to do is I want you to click on My Library. And when you click on My Library, you'll see the collections that I have created for you. And we have chapter books and novels, myths, fables and folktales, literature, and informational texts. So I'm going to start by looking for a just right book by finding books that are interesting to me. So as I'm looking through these books here, I think fables and folktales are interesting to me, so I'm going to click on this collection. And when I look through here, Robin Hood looks interesting to me. So I'm going to flip to a random page, and I'm going to read that one page and count to see how many words I don't know using the 5-finger rule. This is the story of Robin of Locksley, forever to be known as Robin Hood. In merry England, in the time of old, when King Henry ruled the land, there lived in Sherwood Forest a famous outlaw whose name was Robin Hood. Robin was one of a band of merry men that included Will Scarlet, Allan a Dale, Friar Tuck, and perhaps most memorably, Little John, of whom you'll soon learn. No outlaw ever lived with such skill and cunning as Robin, and the band of merry men joyfully and loyally followed him into many exciting adventures. It all started, however, quite innocently, on a journey through the English countryside. So I read this one page and I didn't put any fingers up, which means that I knew all the words on the page. Because I didn't put any fingers up, that means that this book is too easy for me. So I'm going to click the X and I'm going to look for more fables and folktales that I could read. So I am very interested in Indian Y stories, so I'm going to click on this one. And I'm going to open up to a random page, and I'm going to start at the top of this page, and I'm going to read to the bottom. Fanciful reasons for the myriad manifestations. So I kind of know how to say that word, but I don't really know what it means, so I already have 2 fingers up. Of the mighty mother and her many children. And a poet by instinct, he framed odd stories with which to convey his explanations to others. And these stories were handed down from father to son with little variation through countless generations until the white man slaughtered the buffalo, took to himself the open country, and left the red man little better than a beggar. But the tribal storyteller had passed, and only here and there is to be found a patriarch. Okay, that's 3. Who loves the legends of other days. Old Man, or Napa, as he is called by the tribes of Blackfeet, is the strangest character in Indian folklore. Sometimes he appears as a god or creator, and again as a fool, a thief, or clown. But to the Indian, Napa is not the deity. Okay, so that's 4. So since I'm already at 4, I'm just going to stop right there because once you have 4 fingers up, you know that this book is too hard for you. So I'm just going to stop there. I'm not going to read to the bottom of the page. I'm going to exit out and look for a new book. Let's look for Once Upon a Galaxy. Open up to a random page. Let's choose. Okay. So I'm going to read this page over here. Once there lived a farmer and his wife and their 3 sons. The eldest 2 were sharp. Oh, I forgot to read the heading. The Fool of the World and the Ship That Flew, a tale from the Ukraine. Once there lived a farmer and his wife and their 3 sons. The eldest 2 were sharp, clever lads, bright as a day. But the third, the youngest son, he was a gentle, friendly soul, the sort who will not hurt a flea. Sometimes it's true. This youngest son would grow so interested in the way the grass grew that he forgot to change his shirt, or so fascinated by the way the clouds moved across the sky that he forgot to eat. Because he acted in such a way, and because he was so quiet where his brothers were loud, and friendly where they were aloof, they thought, oh, aloof. So I knew how to read that word, but I don't know what it means. They thought him a useless fool. Indeed, they forgot his name, which was Ivan, and called him mockingly the fool of the world. Well, now the two oldest brothers were bored at home and tired of life on a small farm. Word came that the Tsar, okay, that's two, had issued a proclamation summoning one and all to a great feast and announcing that he who could build a ship that sailed through the air and arrive at the palace in a ship would win the hand of that's the same word, own daughter in marriage. We must go to the feast, said the eldest son. We shall make our fortune there. We are going, said the second son to their parents. All we ask is your blessing. Okay, so I read that page and I only put two fingers up, which means that I didn't know two words on this page. This is a just right book for me. It's a book that is interesting. It's also a book that is not too hard and not too easy.